Greetings, everybody. This is Leviathan here, and today I am bringing you the first in what should be many series of weekly updates for the Solo Self-Found League. That's right, pretty much every Monday evening or afternoon, I'm going to try and do my best to go ahead and take a look at the results that have been pouring in for the Solo Self-Found League, just to give you guys sort of a state of the league, if you will. Kind of get some competitive juices flowing. If you want to see your name up here or be mentioned in the shoutouts, then, this should hopefully motivate you to get in there and get grinding. So what I want to start out with first is just a general overview of the league as it stands. As you guys know, there's no pre-registration or anything for this, so we really just wait for the results to pour in, and then we can see who's doing what as far as participation goes in the Solo Self-Found League. And man, as you can see on screen, we've already had quite some excellent results coming in, with our top clear being a 107 on the Crusader for Hardcore from Oogie Boogie. Some of you guys probably know this streamer. He apparently just goes super ham every season, so I guess this isn't a shocker here. But maybe what is a little shocking here, America's, I don't know what's going on, guys. We got to step it up. Europe has the top 5 spots and top 4 with Crusader, which isn't all that surprising given the strength of how ridiculous a Con Condemn is these days, and most people will be doing a lot of their leveling and paragoning with the Crusader, I imagine. So, yeah, now you see what you see, 107, 105, 105, 104. And then beyond the sort of top 5, we do see a nice mix of results, many classes represented here between the Monk Wizard, a bunch of Demon Hunters. Overall in the league, we've noticed that there's been quite a bit representation as far as the Demon Hunters go, and also Monks. And it makes sense because both of their Hadrig's Gift starter sets were very good this season. So we saw both the Shadow set for the Demon Hunter, Sun Wukong set for the Monk, and I think a lot of people, as I mentioned, have then used those classes to transition maybe into Crusaders and such. So if you're trying to get some strats for the Solo Self-Found League, then maybe that would be something you'd employ. But let's quickly run through. So this is sort of your, top results here. We can scroll on down and see. We've got quite a great amount of results coming in. A lot of people throwing in some 90s, 100s. And again, it's sort of a self-reporting thing too. So there might be people grinding sort of in silence, if you will, grinding on their own. And then maybe they're going to throw a result in later on down the line. So, that's why it'll be interesting to do these weekly roundups and see kind of what we get. So this is the general overall verified leaderboard. And it's a mix, like you can see. Europe, Americas, hardcore, softcore. For those who are participating, if you ever do want to filter it down, then you can just go ahead and, select like, I only want to see the hardcore results. And if you go to the filter, unselect softcore, then boom, only hardcore. So use this when you're trying to, sort of see certain results. If you're like, I want to see how I stack up against everyone in Europe that's playing hardcore, then you can go ahead and filter results out. As it does mention up here, if you just want the pre-filtered views that I have created before the season started, then you can go data, filter views, and then you have a couple here, just the overall rankings that shows you everything. And you can go barbarian only, so now we're looking at all the barb results, and then this can be filtered from top to bottom. So now we have 101 at the top for barb, so on and so forth. And so that's just a way to get kind of a glimpse of where your class is at, how it's doing. If you're playing multiple classes, you can go to all the different views and such. So this gives us a cool way to track what's going down and gives you the power to really decide exactly what filter you want in terms of how broad or how strict you want the results to be. So that's kind of the status of the league. I'll make sure to put a link to this ranking spreadsheet in the video description, of course. I'll also put a link to the rules just so you can go and check those out. If you do want to participate, you're more than able to participate as the Solo Self-Found League continues. It's in conjunction with Season 13, which just started last Friday. So, it's pretty exciting times right now. I think a lot of people are just hyped for this thing as an idea and the season and everything like that. So feel free. Again, I'll throw this link here, which is the rules document, the founding document, as I've been calling it, in the video description. There hasn't been too many changes to this since we launched the league, just a couple things here and there. The biggest thing to always check would be the frequently asked questions section, which is at the bottom here. I've been making changes whenever more questions pop up and such. One of the biggest changes that we did make along the way is a lot of people were saying they forgot to make a character with SSF in their name, or they didn't want to. So it became quite a issue of contention, and we decided among the admin team to relax this rule and just make it a suggestion. What it precludes you from now is that we have this really cool thing in the Discord, which there'll be a link to again in the video description. But there's this cool channel in the Discord now called SSF Helper, which was a bot that utilizes Blizzard's API designed by SVR. If you guys don't know who SVR is, he's one of the theory crafters in the community, a really resourceful guy, and he created this thing to essentially help us track more things with solo self-found, just keep players kind of interested and be able to pull up results in real time. So it's really cool, and what that does though is it tracks you based on your name, your character's name. So that is the reason why we were telling everybody, make sure you put SSF in your name. So if you don't do that, you won't appear in the SSF Helper results, but you still will be able to throw your results into the SSF League as long as you're following all the other rules. So that's something to keep in mind as a recent update. And in general, go ahead and make sure that you breeze through this so you can know what the submission process is like, what all the rules are like. We have clans. You can see for the Americas, there are quite a few. I believe the main one that people seem to be in is SSF FTW. And then in Europe, there's just this one, SSF Europe. So feel free to check those out. We do have the communities as well, which is kind of the main place where everyone is. And it's very easy to join a community. There's no limit on those, and you can still stay in your normal clan. So do suggest checking those out. Just search for Solo Self-Found League or SSF League in your respective region, and you can get your community for that. Otherwise, I really don't have too much else to report. I personally have just been grinding myself, been trying to get as much Paragon as I can. Make sure to stay caught up to everybody who's been going really ham on this thing. I'm really excited to see the growth from the community. There's been tons of people, hundreds of people reaching out and saying thank you so much for putting this together. I really love the idea. Let's hope Blizzard is paying attention. The forum post that we did had to get like a cap limit extender so that people could continue to post on it because it was such a popular topic. The communities have, I think, like 200 plus each participants on the regions last I checked, and they're continuing to grow. So I think this is a really awesome groundswell, a really great grassroots effort, and I think it'll only continue to get better. We do have more things in the works as well, like a website that's being developed in the background to like make this all pretty in one central location. A ton of other things that people have been throwing at us. So, you know, continue to sound off, whether in the comments or in the Discord or wherever you feel like leaving a comment, as far as what you'd like to see changed or improved, or what you're enjoying in general. Just let me know. I'd love to hear some feedback. But most of what I've been hearing so far has been absolutely wonderful. So thank you all to those who have participated. And I hope you continue to do so and enjoy yourselves. We'll see just how far and deep we can get into this thing. Make sure that you're going to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates on the Solo Self-Found League. And I will see you in the next update. Have a great grinding session.